All right. Do we have our... Yeah, we do. Okay. Let's keep hunting for it. Yeah, how's it going? So, we had a pretty good stream last night where we made some progress. Yo, what's up, Adam? Hey, what's up? You'll have to let me know if you can hear the music in the game at all. I did have to turn it down. I was rewatching just the last couple of seconds of my stream last night, and I saw that the game was like really loud and I was pretty quiet. So let me know how it goes. We are playing the RuneScape music this time. I love it, man. Love myself some RuneScape music. Yeah, but how's it going? We're going to keep looking for the legendary weapon. So we had a few double legendary runs last night. Pretty cool. So I guess we'll see. 2 legendaries in one run. Hopefully, we're going to pray. We're going to cross our fingers and pray. I did do some modding, and I was working around in Smithbox and some of the modding tools today. And I'm a total noob at it. I just got really inspired when I saw that Fifth Matt made the randomizer. I'm really excited for that. I hope... modding takes a lot of time. The people who do it are very dedicated. It's incredible to see. It's cool that modders are doing things that we feel like FromSoft should already be doing. I don't know. Let's unholster, why not? Alright, you can't hear the RuneScape music? That's fine. So let me try like this. Alright, I'm gonna turn it too loud. I assume you can hear this, right? You can hear it now? I just want it to be subtle. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn it down a little bit from there. Okay, and hopefully the game is not too loud as well. We're also streaming in 4K for the first time, so that should be cool. Oh, I didn't activate... Oops. Okay, I would say that's probably still a little too loud, from what I can see from the audio levels. Yeah, maybe like... Alright, something like that. There we go. I also think I turned me up. I just need to make sure that I speak at a good volume. Alright. I did not conjure the shifting earth event. How do we do this again? Yeah. The crater. Yeah, so it's pretty cool about the item and enemy randomizer. Or sorry, just the new Nightreign randomizer. But, like, it really goes to show how a little weird it is that the game is so... only 40 total seeds, and when you do the shifting earth event, it's like, when we're hunting holster here, there's only 5... Oh, hang on, I might need to fix the green screen. There's only 5 possible maps that we can even encounter. Let me turn some of these down. So, for every Night Lord, like we're hunting holster, right? For every Night Lord, there are only 5 maps that you can have. When you have each of the shifting earth events. So because we have the crater turned on, and we're hunting Holster, there's only 5 possible maps. I can just, like, either memorize them or look at the documentation that he left, and I can just know exactly what every boss is. And it's honestly not even that much to memorize. It is interesting. In a way, part of me feels like it's not really a problem. It's just 5 is too few, right? And so let me clarify, okay? What I mean by saying there are only 5 possible maps is there are only 5 possible combinations of the field boss that can be right here on this map. Because we're hunting Holster, and because it's a crater, her Night Lord, there are 5 different maps that can happen. Now, when you don't have a shift, and that is per shifting Earth event, when you don't have any shifting Earth, like you're just playing with the castle or the base map, it's 20 per Night Lord. So for every Night Lord, like if you're... Oh, it can still hit me. That's insane. For every Night Lord, there are only 20 possible combinations when you don't have a shifting Earth event as well. So 40 combinations in total. Which really is not that many. And you will see in this game, you will see the same seed a lot. Like, you'll go to the Rotted Woods and you'll just know, like, when it's going to be a DTS at a spot or, like, the Bell-Bearing Hunter. Because you've just seen that exact map before. It happens to me a lot with the Rotted Woods in particular. I noticed myself... I guess I started to know where everything really was going to be. This is a hard move to deal with. I think that's the best way. A purple? Ooh. A decent melee weapon. Would be a pretty good legendary to turn day 1. If it turns out to be possible. And so what Matt what he put out today, what it does is it makes it so that there are more than those combinations. There are technically, you know, trillions now or whatever of what he was doing, which is really interesting. Because also the way that it works... Wow, that's a good weapon. That is such a good weapon. Nice. These are decks in this game. The way that it works right now is that there are only so many night bosses that can be in Nightfarers, so or Night Lords. So for example, if you want to fight Morgott, okay, it's like you want to fight Morgott as the Night 2 boss. Morgott is only the Night 2 boss for Gladius and Holster. So the first boss and the last boss. That is the only way you encounter Morgott. So what Matt's mod does is it makes it so that you can encounter Morgott while hunting Libra, which by default is not possible. Just for example. So even the fact that a mod was made that does that, like I saw people, because Aggie was streaming it today, and I saw people saying in the comments, this is just base Elden Ring, or this is just Nightreign. And they did. I don't think they really understood, even though Aggie actually explained how it worked in the VOD. But he like literally explained it perfectly. I understood what he was talking about. But it was like, just the fact that if we play with that mod, you can encounter all of the Night 2 bosses in any of the Night Lord's pool, I think is really cool. I like that. I think it's interesting, it's fun, it's cool that that he was able to do something that in the base game is just not possible. You can't do that. How dumb is it that the only way you can fight Morgott is whether you're hunting Holster or Gladius? Especially when there's not that many combinations. I saw that people said it maybe the reason why they did that is because in case a new player was stuck and wasn't able to get past the first day or something, that way when they're fighting Gladius at the beginning of the game, the only two bosses they can encounter are Centipede Demon and Bell-Bearing Hunter. Or the Night 2 boss, the only option it can be is Morgott most of the time, so it just makes it so that maybe it would be easier to ensure that they just don't get stuck somehow. Maybe. But the trade-off of them choosing to do that versus how much value extra randomization is, in my opinion, I don't know. It's really hard to say. I'd be curious to see what you guys think. I feel like most people are almost always in favor of just more randomization. I don't think a lot of people out there would say it's like if the game is less random, they generally prefer that. But I also don't really mind. I kind of like the consistent strategy that the game provides by not being incredibly random as well. Darn. Yeah, unfortunately no legendaries. Okay, a failed attempt. We run it back. Alright, that was attempt number 11. Yeah, and like a setting would really solve a lot, right? But it won't be the first or the last time that a FromSoft game has, you know, very passionate people modifying it and doing mods to make it better. Part of what we have to remember as the consumers of the game is what really is in the best interest of course you have to start at the top level, right? With the investors and the people, the high up investors and everything at the company, Katawaka or whatever, whoever owns FromSoft and FromSoft themselves. Does it really make more sense for them to just do a lot with this game and just continue on making it absolutely perfect? Is that really what they're going to be spending their time on, or are they going to just be making another game? It's a little unfortunate, you know? Because in a way it's like, darn, man. I kind of just wish they would fix this game because it's so good. In a way, as a consumer of the game, it would feel like a wasted opportunity if they didn't give this more of a try. And they didn't... I don't know. They did such a good job with the characters. They did such a good job, you know, with all the bosses, the Night Lords and everything, man. They did a really nice job. I kind of feel like the consensus for people who like this game is that we really just want them to do more with it. They nailed the core gameplay. right? Are the classes not literally incredible, right? Is it not so sick to play as Iron Eye? Isn't this just fun? Isn't it just fun to run around and use Slicer as Duchess? Isn't it just fun to play Guardian in 3s and just be John Nightreign and revive your friends? Isn't it fun to play Recluse and throw the magic cocktail? That part is so good about this game, man. They couldn't have done it better if they... It's crazy how well they designed the classes. The moment-to-moment gameplay, the mechanics are just so good. Yo, what's up, Woody? Legend, man. I watched your Call of Duty videos way back in the day, right? What's up? Yeah, shields. Well, if you have Mighty Shot, it goes through shields. But my preferred method is to switch to a melee weapon, which I've done melee-only Iron Eye runs, and they're insane. Over 1 million runes and stuff. You can just if you're fighting the Crucible Knights or the Banished Knights with the shield, just swap to a melee weapon. Melee Iron Eye is amazing. His dex and arcane scaling is really good. Oh yeah, legend, dude. Of course, brother. I hope you're doing well. Much love. Okay, I mean a pretty cool purple. Crippling Souls addiction. We like From Software. They're a little goofy in their approach, but they mean well. Their heart's in the right place. At the end of the day, as much as I wish this game had more to it, they did a great job to me. They really did. I was promised a fast-paced Elden Ring-like experience, and that is what I purchased, and that's what I got. I was told it's going to be super Elden Ring, and I'm not disappointed with that. Exactly what Ishizaki said in the interviews, where they said speeding up the pace of play really added a lot of value and made the game more addicting and more fun to play. That is directly what Ishizaki said in the interviews. He said the most important thing, or the biggest thing you'll notice, is the movement and how, you know, how fast you're going to be now and all of that, and the no fall damage. And it made me excited for it. It really did. And upon delivery of the game, I feel like I got Elden Ring on steroids. It's not perfect. It could be a lot better. But it also could be so much worse, because it could also just not be fun to play. Whether or not, like, let's say it had 50 different bosses to fight, but they were literally so garbage and the soundtrack was so terrible, then does it matter anyway? It's like everyone talks about how good all of the boss OSTs are, and how, you know, everyone likes Holster and the visual design and everything, man. It's obvious that the reason why there's not a ton of different enemies or combinations to fight is because so much of their development went into making good night bosses and really good characters, right? Think about how much time it actually took them to go through the process of saying, how can we make ranged fun in this game? How can we actually make it better? And imagine all of the internal meetings where they were fighting back and forth. saying, you can't give Iron Eye infinite arrows. You can't do that. It's not fair. It's not balanced. Like, what? Like, I can just imagine all of the angry Japanese men yelling at each other, dude, in the studio, like, in the office. Get it? It's like, no, you idiot. Like, there's no way we can give him infinite arrows. And then they just... Or it's like, you can't, you know, you can't make Revenant summon for no FP cost or something, and then they just went with it, man. It's pretty cool. Okay, no legendary at all, and we didn't have the zone. Okay. Yeah, the removal of fall damage is... Yeah. And it really made me realize... Like, I went back and I played Elden Ring the other day, and I did some PvP on Seamless Co-op. I did some invasions. And I was pressing the left stick to super sprint, and I was crouching. I was trying to do... I mean... I acted like I was on light load the whole time, and I totally tried to, like, use a grapple hook or a basic ability at some point. And it was rough, dude. I, like, forgot all about getting on torrent and everything, and it was just a mess for me to do invasions again, dude. I was all over the place with my mechanics from playing this game. And the running movement speed is so slow. Oh my god, you are so slow in Elden Ring. Are you not? It is crippling to play the other games compared to this one. And that doesn't mean that they don't have value or like I now hate them or something. More just like, wow, they made the movements so fun in this game that it feels that bad to me to like, if I went and I started playing Dark Souls 1 right now as we speak, oh my god, dude, like, I teleport from this movement and these, you know, all of these abilities that I have, and it's like, where's my ult? It's like, that's how fun it is to play your class. That hand is so big over here, this one. Yeah, this huge hand. This is the hand that's in the mountaintop of the giants. This is not, this is in Elden Ring. This is, this might even be in the DLC, too. This is yeah, there's a hand this big. This is the biggest hand. What are they called, guys? Are they called finger creepers? Is that the name of the mob? Obviously, I just call them hands, right? But are they finger creepers? Does anybody know? That sounds right. Okay. I don't know if checking here is good. I mean, projectile drop off, though. Nice. Another blue? Okay, insane. Sure. Oh, I didn't mark. I really need to mark. Wow, look at all of these. All of these blues. All these purples. Please don't be mean to me. Thank you. He's being mean to me. Woo, boy. I learned last time that he can shock me from this far. I have to watch. I didn't know. How am I ever gonna see it? Can you stop, sir? I hate you. I knew he was gonna do it. I couldn't. What am I supposed to do? I actually didn't die last time. Come on, man. The running by that guy is hard. He does it at the worst time. It's like, you gotta commit. Holy cow. Alright, now we're gonna have to kill it at level 1. Gosh, man. We have to go back up. We literally can't. Alright, we'll go back up. We need to be level 2. We got a smithing stone. We'll just upgrade the bow to a blue. It's fine. There's no way we can be level 1. At least the Falling Star Beast isn't on me anymore. Nice. That's so funny, man. Part of what makes FromSoft games fun, too, and their charm is because of stupid stuff like that that happens all the time. When unfortunate, really dumb stuff happens, if you just laugh, this game is... Like, that's just funny, man. It's like, what am I gonna do? That's just comedy gold. A little bit of an oopsie. Dumb stuff happened to me like that. I mean, even well past my first playthrough. All kinds of dumb stuff happened to me while playing Elden Ring. And dumb stuff happens in the PvP, which is why the fact that PvP has the element of other players and just the random goofy things. It's like if you guys watched my video about the golem arrows, where I did some PvP, it's like it's just so funny how you just knock people off entire platforms, or you just just all kinds of funny stuff happens. You throw the big bomba pots at them and they just get, you know, they get one shot and knocked off the platform and stuff. PvP in these games really does have a lot of goofy stuff. Oh, that was not the stagger. Nice. I'm level 1, I have to be careful. And we don't have a lot of time. I need to be really careful. Do I have anything to help me? You need a dash for this move. Alright. Legendary! Oh! Dang, man. Okay. So, this is run 12, and that was the 7th. Okay. A unique. We haven't gotten that one before, man. That's the very first time. Okay, we still have enough time to check the bodies, but we can't kill anyone. We haven't gotten a good zone yet. In all 3 or 4 of the attempts so far, we keep not getting the crater in the zone. Alright, here we go. I think there's almost no way if you get one legendary that you're gonna get a second one. Well, wait, that's not true. I got 2 legendaries multiple times last night. Wait, that's not true at all. Never mind. There were at least 2 runs where I got double legend. I got 2 Marika's hammers. There's a purple. All right, last check that we can do. Last roll. Okay. What does Power of the Full Moon do? Casting spells dispel incoming sorceries and incantations using their... Wow. Insane. Imagine we were playing Duchess and we got that. But of course, Iron Eye has, you know, the better RNG, the better luck. Okay. So we're looking for either of the 2 infinitely stacking weapons. There's Mirais and there's Grafted Blade. So we've got 7 legendaries in 12 runs doing this, as well as just doing testing on... So we're doing a couple things here, right? We are looking to get the infinitely stacking weapons so that we can get a run, but also this is for science. What I'm trying to do is see what happens if you do this opener. And what makes this possible is 2 things. When you kill the enhanced bosses and you get the shards, whatever they're called, sovereign sigils, because we can now conjure the shifting earth, it makes it so that when we do quit outs, not only do we spawn it, but you don't lose it. A quit out does not make you count towards the 4 or 5 runs of the shifting earth that you get. You understand what I mean? So we only need to spend 1 sovereign sigil, and as long as we quit out, we also learned last night on stream that quit outs do not count as a run in your log. So they don't even ruin your win streak. At least we don't think so. I can't confirm or deny yet that quitting out causes you to lose your win streak. And the reason why is my PB on win streaks is 24. So I need to get to my 25th win in a row and then do a quit out and hopefully not lose it. But I'm not on a I'm only on like a 9 win streak right now or something because I wasn't going for it. The 24 in a row that I had was just by playing just happenstance. But I am thinking about doing, by the way, one run that I'm going to do during this fall that I'm thinking about a lot is a 100 win streak. That's what I'm going to be streaming. And that's going to be in multiplayer. Because winning in solo, because of the Wending Graces in the solo patch, I think solo is easier than multiplayer now for an experienced player. I've been talking about that. Solo has a higher floor. You need to be a better player to win a solo. But it's kind of like if you can win solos, then solo is easier than multiplayer because the solo patch they did was huge. What's really cool is that on Matt's mod, the randomizer that came out today, he removed the solo patch. That's at least just an option you can pick. So I might be streaming some hard mode, some challenge mode, which undoes the patch that we got that gives us the free revives and the extra runes in solo. So maybe I'll start doing some challenge runs on hard mode. Like we'll do the enhanced bosses and we will fight them on the hard mode as well. And go for like, I don't know. Maybe we'll install some modded bosses too. There is a holster mod I saw someone made. It was called Holster V2 or Holster 1.2 or something. It was a holster overhaul mod. It had like a couple of extra moves. I'm currently looking for ways to make the game harder or to do more interesting runs. That's kind of what is on my mind right now. And so any suggestions that you guys might have or just something like runs that you think would be interesting. I have one no-hit run as Iron Eye and I have a PB of 1 hit with Revenant. I would like to do no-hit with more classes and finish that Revenant no-hit. Because the PB of 1 was on no boss at all. I got hit by a Crucible Knight at the castle. I greeted 1 hit with my bell. But the problem is that no-hit runs are kind of tedious in this game. It certainly isn't that fun to try to no-hit, but I also think it has some value too. It is interesting in the routing because you pick based on like relative safety. In no-hit runs, your goal is not to get to level 15. Obviously, you'd like to, of course. But I feel like your goal in no-hit runs is just risk aversion. You want to get as high a level as you possibly can without just getting hit for no reason. That's kind of what you're meant to do. And a lot of it comes down to the routing as well. It's like, I would go back and forth when I was doing the Revenant no-hit runs on like, should I go to Castle day 1 and just cheese with my Wraith Calling Bell? Or, you know, it's like you can go back and you can watch those VODs of me doing the no-hit attempts on Revenant. And like, it's fairly trivial what you actually do. You put down Frederick and you just spam up D-pad and you shoot your Wraith Calling Bell at them. So, of course, mechanically, nothing really that impressive is happening, which is why it would come down to routing and consistency. I don't think it's that impressive for me to, like, go back and do the Revenant no-hit run and fix the 1-hit PB. What actually would be impressive is to do it multiple times in a row, right? It's like, or for multiple different... I feel like it would come down to consistency more than anything, because the strategies are very safe. The Wraith Calling Bell has a lot of range. And then the Augur boss fight is not too hard if we get the... We throw Lightning Spear with the incantations at Augur, and it one-shots the nuke and kills very fast. Good morning. Hey, what's up? Good morning. Well, for me, it's pretty late. But hey, good morning. Anyway, I hope all you guys are doing well. I'm having a lot of fun with this. This is pretty cool. So you can get a legendary. I did get 2 legendaries from this enemy yesterday. And you can get legendary. It's really imperative that we kill this boss if we can, because you also get 2 legendaries in the next room. Or, I'm sorry. You can roll for legendaries in the next room. The fire damage doesn't do too much against these guys, but I just need it. I don't think I upgraded my bow, right? The damage is pretty bad. Nice. Huge. I don't know if we'll have time to kill the magma worm, but if we do, I mean, this is a pretty good opener. This might be worth a finish. We'll see what we get. And so what we do is we finish runs if they're interesting, if we get good stuff, or if we get an actual build going. Because, of course, we're just testing to see what happens if you go to the crater day 1. There was a run yesterday where I had 3 legendaries in total, because I got 2 legendaries from going here, and then, of course, I made it to the bottom and upgraded my weapon. We also ran melee Iron Eye with legendary Rivers of Blood yesterday, and that was pretty insane. That was a good time. Seen several creators do Deathless all bosses. Yeah, so that one's pretty good. I like that one. I'm a pretty big fan of Deathless runs in this game. I think Deathless is cool. And so maybe I'll practice and put in the time. And maybe we will do that run that you're talking about. I saw Gino do Revenant and Guardian. All 8 bosses, no downs. I actually think I'm going to try to do that with Matt's new hard mode. It's going to be really hard. But technically, because the run is to get no downs, we don't need the free Wending Grace that we get now in this game. So all that run is actually just nerfed runes. So maybe I'll do that exact run, but actually on the hard mode. Because the randomizer mod has that as a setting now to just disable the solo patch they gave us. Can we access the forge and use our smithing 1 behind the magma worm so that we can use the smithing 1 to kill him? Lightning Zwat. That sounds like fun. Can we even drag the magma worm out here on this spawn? It looks like it. Okay, I'm gonna try to fight this one. This is gonna take forever. I just want to see how easy it is to actually... Like, this is a horrible decision to fight this guy. I only have a white tier bow. But I've never fought him with this zone positioning before. I want to see how easy it is to realistically drag him out here and just fight him. I guess we'll just play pretty slow. We have our ult. It'll be fine. I need to get in there and mark him. But I just want to pull him out of the zone first. Maybe I mark on this one after this. This is not really how you want to play Iron Eye. You definitely don't want to just do these R1 spams from range. It's a lot less DPS. Maybe I'll ult this. That's the problem. Puts Magma on the floor. Nice. Nice combo. There we go. Yeah, so don't be a noob Iron Eye and don't just sit there and do R1 spam from distance, but obviously you need to keep yourself safe too, right? You don't want to be doing any mistakes, right? Nice. But R2s in point blank range are much better DPS. That's the scariest attack right there. Oh, I don't even see him do that attack ever. Wow, the jump. I forgot about that one. Oh my god, he never does that. Need to mark again. But I wanted to, the reason I didn't go in and use a mark is I wanted a mark to get out. For this move in particular. I really like using the dash for that. Scary. So, I mean, I guess it's pretty easy to just drag him out here, right? That one scares me too, just a bit. You can see how pathetic our damage is, right? Nice. Insane. So we really can just... We didn't even need to get and we just get rivers. So, with reduced skill FP costs, man. Okay, so look at this opener. Like, genuinely, let's talk about it for a second, right? Look at this game state that we can get by doing this. So even though we didn't get a legendary, because at least some of the crater and some of it was in the zone, we just leave day one with we have a legendary Rivers of Blood on day one. No problem. Even if we die, this is a good opening. And we did, again, we didn't even need the whole crater, but we still got to check most of it. We're gonna die. I don't think we can get out. There's just no way, right? What do you guys think? Can I get out here? No. Certainly not. But that's pretty cool, right? Even though that's not what we're hunting and that's not what we're trying to do, I guess what makes it fun or interesting is like we're able to get we're able to get something pretty good. Oh my god, this bug again? This is a bug, dude. When you die on the bird, you get this insane bug. Usually you just die. I'm supposed to I like need, oh my god, this happened yesterday too. But this is the first time I've been stuck. Look at this. I need this thing to come kill me. This bug is so funny. Normally what had been happening is I end up just falling through the world and dying again. But like, as long as it's not a deathless run, it doesn't really matter. It's still really nice that we have a legendary Rivers of Blood on day one. It's just funny. Well, I was never gonna make it back to my Runes Dynasty. I mean, well, I guess I would have if I mean, I guess you're right. I'm not gonna die to the boss. I have I have a legendary Rivers, right? True. We do lose the level. But because we have, even with that bug in the game, isn't it worth it to have this legendary weapon right now? I guess we'll see how strong, because now we have the whole castle to full clear as well as the rest of the crater. Ooh. We want that. Yo, what's up, JMP? Hey, brother. How you doing? Good to see familiar faces here. Also, what's up, Dynasty, by the way? Hey, bro. How's everybody doing? Range weapon attacks. Nice, man. Sure. Oh, that's good for a holster. Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. Sure. How about this? Okay. Anyway. Been playing through some Sekiro? Nice. Sekiro's pretty cool. I like Sekiro. I liked my favorite part of that game was the Genichiro fight. Or Genichiro, however you say it, however you're supposed to say it correctly. Pretty cool, dude. That's sick. And what's the guy... You know who I had a hard time with in Sekiro? On my, because I was such a noob and everything? The chained ogre was hard. I had, when I first started playing Sekiro, I had this dilemma between what do I actually deflect and what do I actually dodge? I went into it like actually kind of over deflecting a bit in a way. It's kind of like I wanted I had a hard time balancing between just moving and strafing things and properly dodging them and then just deflecting everything. It was definitely a tricky balance, but that's kind of what made the combat really fun too. And again, like deflecting on Executor, I don't think deflecting is very good, by the way. Like, I think deflecting is only like mid-tier in this game. But I will tell you what, dude, deflecting as Executor in this game is fun. It is pretty sick and pretty interesting and pretty, like, I don't know, man. I have a lot of fun playing Executor. The new enhanced Fulgur, Dark Drift Knight, has a has this insane mechanic with all of the little needles, and when you play Executor, or it's like the little rain attack. And when you play Executor and you just deflect everything, it is so cool. They nailed it. And people were saying, so I had been pretty critical of deflecting and thinking it wasn't that good. Okay, and I still don't think it is very good, but it's not, my opinion was never that it's bad, though. Somebody said that it was mathematically proven, or that it definitely still does competitive damage, and they did a lot of testing. I don't see it, man. And I know if it procced bleed, I know if it procced freeze and stuff like that, it would be, then it would just be like blatantly OP or something like that, right? Like probably it would just be completely absurd if you could proc statuses with your Cursed Blade. But then I just think it should just do a little bit more upfront damage then. That's all. If the argument is there's no way it can be allowed to proc bleed, okay, that's fine. But maybe just a little bit more holy damage on the L2. I don't know. And saying it's perfectly fine or does, you know, competitive damage is disregarding multiplayer. I agree in solo, and this is coming from somebody, I almost exclusively play solos. You guys watch the stream. Like, 90% of what I do in this game is play solo, where the deflecting is good, and even still, I feel like it's unfair to say that it is really good when you consider multiplayer, where it's objectively a lot less good, right? Like, does anybody in the chat, just tell me, honestly, like, if you play Executor, do you even attempt to deflect in multiplayer? Do you ever, in threes, actually use the Cursed Blade? Or are you just a status bot with that guy? And honestly, his ult is so good. Executor's ult is crazy. I love it. It is so much fun. It's a lot of damage. Nice. So, I don't know. No, you don't. Nice. Just Iron Eye things, dude. This is his best weapon. And oh my god, nice, dude. And now we just, so there we go. So that's how you play Iron Eye, and you just have a purple bow and a legendary Rivers of Blood. You do this pathing right here, guys. This is the pathing. Hey, let's go fight this let's do some PvP with some NPC invasions right here. Yep. Hello, guys. This is Elden Ring PvP at its best. I'm using Rivers of Blood. I'm dead. It's nerfed. There you go. It sucks. Don't spam L2. Don't be an L2 enjoyer. And that's what happens if you spam L2 with no thought. Is that not the perfect perfect Elden Ring PvP moment? I run in there and spam my rivers with no thoughts. No heals, no rolls, no spacing. Oh, please stop. Oh, I didn't get back to my runes. And this is why you never go here. I saw in Matt's documentation, by the way, that this has a name. Did you guys know the name of this? Can anybody in the chat type the name of what this event is called? So you know how, like, the super merchant is called the township, right? And it's like, what is the name of this? Is this, because it's not called an invasion. Don't ever do these, by the way. It is such a waste of time. Do you guys actually do these? Do you kill? Does anybody run this relic? Nothing good. Okay. Sure. Doesn't matter. Ranged weapon attacks. Nice. So this thing, this NPC invasion, is called a cataclysm when this happens. I think that's what I'm pretty sure that's what it said in his documentation. How do you not proc the mark? Thank you. Or stagger. Nice. That's pretty good. Some offense. Yeah, I don't normally recommend doing them. They're not great. You only get weapons which are, I don't know. And they're too hard. When I say too hard, I mean for their time. Everything has a value proposition in this game. Meaning when you choose to do something, you are by definition not doing something else. So I made a video talking about why I don't think ruins are worth doing, and I almost never do ruins. And then so people left comments and they told me, and they said, man, but you can get a couple talismans in ruins, or if you do the sleeping bear ruins, you get, if you do the sleeping bear ruins, you get 2 dormant powers. And what I was trying to say is nothing you can choose to do in this game is bad and doesn't make progress. But what you have to remember is that any second that you are going to a ruin is not time you are going to a township, if you have one, or full clearing the castle, where you get, you know, objectively more runes. Because you don't have infinite time in this game, what ends up happening is that at some point you have to make a decision on what you can and can't do. And I've just found in my runs that pretty much for the most part, you don't really need to do ruins. It's interesting how I can almost, like, I can win basically every run, and I can have some really nice runs, and I can just ignore some points of interest completely. And I feel that way with these NPC invader cataclysms. I really do. I don't think there's ever a reason to do these cataclysms. I know that you get a guaranteed purple, is that right? It always drops their weapon +2. Is that what it does? I just want to make sure I totally understand how it works. Like, if I go here to one of these, and whatever the NPC that's there, it drops me a +2 of their weapon, right? Let me up, please. I think you always get a +2 of the starting equipment. Okay. Okay, we just don't do that, guy. That's really tricky for our build. Okay. You don't do the Blackblade Kindred there, pretty much just because our build is as bad as possible against that boss. That boss is immune to status effects, which is what we do. It should be strong against fire, which is what we do with Rivers of Blood, and it's strong against slash damage. It checks every boss of something that is just difficult for us to fight. Now, we maybe could have used our black bow against him. Maybe I should have just used the black bow. I guess there's no harm in going back if I kill this Falling Star Beast quickly enough. Black bow's doing good. Nice. Good RNG so far, by the way. Okay, maybe we will kill this Falling Star Beast quickly, or attempt to. Let's get some rivers in there. Why not? Okay, can we go back for the Blackblade Kindred and try with our bow? Nice, a black bow with... Okay, I'd rather have attack power than damage negation. Nice. Sure. Okay. Let's see if we can make it back. What's the best way to get over there? Yeah, it just always depends on... It always depends on your build. And part of the skill of the game, this game has a little bit of Pokemon to it, in a way, where it's like, your job is to understand what enemies are weak to. And like, if the sign of a good player is recognizing when you have something like Sacred Order or Sacred Blade, and you choose to fight Deathrite birds in this game. It's like, you don't even need an upgraded weapon past like a blue. If we were playing Iron Eye like we are right now, and we got a Sacred Twin Blade with Sacred Blade on it, then any Deathbird we encounter, even if it's a blue tier weapon, would just get destroyed, which is really cool as well. Learning what enemies are weak to will tell you not just which bosses not to fight, but which bosses you should be fighting, right? It goes both ways. And then knowing which weapon is best here, it's like, I'm not going to use rivers against this gargoyle because just like the Blackblade Kindred, they're immune to status. So it just makes more sense for me to use the pure physical damage from my black bow. So even though the rivers is a legendary weapon and this is a purple weapon, this is a better weapon right here. As you can see, it's perfectly fine. This guy is immune to status, but we don't have status with this. We just blast him with physical damage. Look at that. Destroyed. Dang! Dang! Okay, 2 rivers this game, and that one has improved range weapon attacks. Do I want to use the legendary... What's better? Obviously, we're not going to swap out the yellow river. Do I care? I do. I think so. And there was also someone... There was somebody in the main Elden Ring Discord that left a comment. They put in there like an honest, true comment. They said, they were like, I have never won a solo run. They left a comment. They said, guys, I'm so bad at the game. I've never won a solo. Can you please tell me what I'm doing wrong? And so I asked them to send a screenshot of their run, of the routing, because it's in the visual codex, right? I said, send me a screenshot of one of your failed runs. And the person literally never went to the castle and did not go to the township. They had they probably had like a Crucible Knight castle, and they had a township and they didn't go because they were doing other things. And so I asked them, I replied, I said, how come you didn't visit the township? And they said, what's a township? And so the poor guy, so we helped him, we steered him in the right direction. And we helped him make sure, you know. It's pretty cool. Oh. One of the best things you can do in this game is just know when you have a good map and take advantage of it. When your map is set up in a way where you have a township or you have good spawns or you get a good weapon drop, if you just take advantage of it and you lean into that, it's like if you're playing Duchess and you get Carrion Slicer, you need to build around it. It is so important that you do. We're just completely destroying, by the way. All right, here we go. Nice, dude. Really nice. Okay, pretty cool. Sure, just in case we get hit. But this should be a pretty clean holster. I'm excited. I like fighting holster because you get the most merc when you fight him. But I don't like fighting him because you have to do the part afterwards. Wow, we never popped our silver pickle. Oops. Big mistake. Okay, here we go. O'Neill went, oh no. Indeed he did. Pretty cool, man. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good start to your day. If you're live in faraway land. Or I hope if you are in NA, you are having a wonderful night. Okay, this is going to be a nice holster. Let's just blast this day one. Why not? Or day one. Phase one, I mean. Oh my god, I got blasted. Alright. It was me that got... Here we go. That's much better. That's more like it. Oh, wow. Come on. Nice. All right. Pretty good. I wonder if we can get Rivers in here. Missed the mark. We'll try again. Lingering hitbox on that. Okay, that's all right. We can heal. All right, here's the jump. Most important mechanic against him. Jump R2. Nice combo. Bleed or something? Nope. Just hit him during this. It's a decent enough punish as a range class, and it's just an annoying attack. Okay, here's a big hit. Look at this phase. Look at this phase. Oh, I got too close to the initial explosion. That's okay. Heal. Ult. Insane. Take the riposte with Rivers. Oh. Nice. Does holster not bleed? No. Okay. Okay. All right. The damage is pretty good, right? I actually didn't... Does holster really not bleed? Or maybe we got one. We definitely procced our mark multiple times. Go for it. Nice. Strafed under. GG. All right, man. That's pretty funny. Pretty good. Another attempt. No legendary, though. But we did get the insane day one legendary Rivers of Blood. Okay, run it back. Let's do it again. Yeah, so check this out. Like, pay attention to how much merc I get, by the way. Did any of you guys notice this? I thought it went in order. So I was checking, right? I thought it went in order from Gladius on down to holster, the more merc you get. But you just get more merc for defeating him in particular. You get a lot more. Look at how much I actually get. It is pretty interesting. Did I miss it? Okay, no, we're good. Yeah, you get 3,025. But when you do any other boss, it's like you do Libra or you do Caligo or you do Fulgur and stuff, you get like 1,900 or whatever, 2,100. You get a whole extra relic roll every single time. Because they're 600, right? So every time you hunt Holster, you get a whole extra relic, which is pretty cool. But of course, you're also not hunting. Do you get more for the enhanced bosses? Now that we did Holster, let's go back to Enhanced Dark Drift Knight. And if you're wondering right there, by the way, how I have all of the enhanced bosses, how I can fight Sentient Pest right now, that's because that's seamless co-op. So even though we're not playing in co-op, we play on seamless co-op because it has some better features. So that's how I can fight all three. But it doesn't have any... The solo runs on this are no different than vanilla in any way. You can play your entire base Elden Ring playthrough. Like all of the runs that you guys maybe have watched me do on YouTube and stuff like that too are done like on base Elden Ring on seamless co-op, because what's cool is there's no reason not to. If you play on PC and you have access to seamless co-op, which is really easy to do, you might as well just play on it. It doesn't hurt anything. But the reason why vanilla still has value, like why I still have to switch back to vanilla and I can't exclusively play on seamless co-op, is because there's no matchmaking. Meaning that I can't queue up with randoms like you can on vanilla on seamless co-op. So I still do have to play vanilla. It's not like it's not like I can just search for people to play with. But for everything else, yeah, you can just play on seamless, which is cool. And in seamless co-op, you can see your friends at the round table. When they join your party, they physically join your round table, which is really cool. Definitely adds a little bit of immersion, don't you think? I really enjoy it. Okay. So this is the most optimal start here for when we roll for this, by the way. So if you want to do this yourself, this is the one you should pay attention to, okay? And I'll explain why. So we were able to get first off to level 2, which is the most important part. Like, we just have to get 2, right? But we got enough runes to upgrade our bow to a +1. We're bringing a fire grease, which is any kind of buff. And then we got 2 different weapon passives with improved range attacks. So as we go to fish for a legendary weapon, we're not weak at all. We get an exalted flesh too. So it's just really important that we actually get a little bit of power, so that we can blast through and kill these bosses here. Because otherwise, if we come here at level 1, then we're too weak. But if we take too long farming up and we farm to like level 4 before we come here, then we're going to be too late. So it's all about that balance between how fast you are, but how good of a build you can actually bring. So in this particular instance with the spawn we got and stuff, like, look how this is one of the most powerful I've been. We're doing great. Nice. Oh, and we played the boss well. Instant purple. Like, and so we got maximum stamina, but we could have taken a pulley crossbow right there. Pulley crossbow's pretty good. Somebody said the jar cannon is good too, right? In this game, somebody was talking about how good the jar cannon is. That's impressive. I actually think I like ulting this. I just want to get rid of this enemy. Because the whip is harder, and I actually keep getting legendaries from this guy. So it actually matters a lot. Knowing when to use my Iron Eye ult in this... There it is. There's another. Okay. There it is. Before the zone is not even closing in. Okay. Another legendary. Off we go. It's for our class too. We can use Dex. There's a Hand of Millennia. That's the second one of those, dude. Okay. Pretty cool. All right. I've been getting a lot of legendaries from that guy. I'm not skipping him anymore. There's no reason to. He loves to drop legendary. This is nice. Wow, and just a purple? A purple smithing stone? Are we in zone? We might be able to kill one more. Wow. How do you feel about the holster relic for Ironite? To be honest with you, I haven't used it enough to give you a real answer. I could give you some like BS answer and just tell you, yeah, it's like okay or something. To be honest, my answer is I actually don't know. That's an interesting relic, isn't it? Is it good, you guys? Is the holster relic actually good? I saw that Yui was using it on his no-hit runs. I did see that. when Yui was doing no-hit Iron Eye, he was using it and swapping between, and then can you combo the holster relic with the enhanced Dark Drift Knight relic? It's like that's some kind of build you could do, right? And then what do? You combo it with. You combo it with improved initial standard attack. Nice item discovery. Cool. All right, we will roll for this. Hand of Millennia is crazy, man. I need to remember to mark another legendary. Sucks we're gonna get the bug again, but it is what it is. It's worth checking. So the bug will happen when we die. I guess we should just start, if we know... If we know that there's a bug when we die on the bird, do we just die to the zone itself and not even get on the bird? Oh! Stop. Didn't look like any legendaries. I want to see that Twin Blade. Twin Blades are good for us. Because we are looking for lightning damage. Okay. Nice, dude. Another legendary. Hand of Millennia is pretty cool. Yep, so if you want to play with Hand of Millennia as Iron Eye, you can get this a lot. And yeah, a purple smithing stone too. So... We died at the crater, but again, let's put this into perspective, right? Let's talk about it. Look at this. We died because of the route we took, sure, but we left the crater with a legendary melee weapon and a purple bow to start the run, just as the first day closes in. We are bringing a purple weapon and a legendary to the castle, dude. And we didn't even kill the magma worm. Here we go, fight Crucible Knights with a purple. No big deal, dude. Just normal Elden Ring Nightreign gameplay, dude. Yep. Let's Mighty Shot him. Mighty Shot goes through shields. Okay. Nice. Fire Grease is great. Ooh, projectile damage drop off? Okay. This could be one of my best runs ever in terms of what we have here. Because this is not going to take us very long to clear this Crucible Knight castle. Wow. The opener is crazy. Sure. We'll take some max HP. We want to hit this guy while we still have our fire grease buffed up. It's really important. Oh. Okay. Nice. I mean, if you want to talk about routing. Nice. Attack power full HP is really good. I mean, I guess we don't even need this. Let's just keep going. More damage. Like, this routing and choosing to do this is so consistently excellent. You don't even need to get a legendary weapon, even though we did, for this to be a good route. And of course, we're just destroying, right? Just completely destroying everything. What would be big here is a basement boss kill so that we can level up. We really need a sight. But we don't have our ult and we have no more buffs left, so we're gonna hope it's not a red eye boss. Okay, of all the red eye bosses, I'm comfortable with this moveset. It should be okay. I know how to fight a grafted scion. If this was Red Wolf, or just because we don't have any status for Bellbearing Hunter, this would be a lot trickier, but Grafted Scion has a shield, but for some reason the Scion almost never puts it up. From my experience playing the game, I just knew this wasn't going to be too bad right here. This is the hardest move it can do right here. Yep. Nice. And you can even get headshots against this enemy, which is cool. But if this was a Red Wolf down here, that would have been a nightmare. Nice, dude. This is day one. People are gonna tune into this stream and literally look at this and be like, he's level 10 fighting Crucible Knights on day 2 with a legendary weapon, and be like, wow, what a noob. Why is he fighting Crucible Knights at the castle on day 2? And then I tell you that this is day 1. Just day 1 Hand of Millennia. No problem, dude. And we're not even like, we're just looking for a specific legendary weapon. We're not even, I'm just realizing how insane this route is, man. Oh, that's pretty good. Sure. This is way too fun. Oh, that's bad. Unfortunately, Crucible Knights do not bleed, which is one of the strengths of our build. This is also one of my favorite things to do, is play melee Iron Eyes, so this is cool to see. I am a melee Iron Eye enjoyer. I think he ate the poise right there. Alright. Sure. Projectile damage drop-off reduced would have been good, but unfortunately we could not take it. We're gonna hope that the boss bee is nice to me, because we don't have the most amount of resources. Thankfully, what's nice about this spawn is there's 2 healing bushes in this area. We just hit that one. There might even be 3. So we hit a healing bush there. Yeah, okay, so even though this is like one of the best possible boss arenas you can get because of the amount of healing bushes. This particular spawn. If it's Smelter Demon, it could be a problem, though. It is not. No big deal. I'll probably play at range here, just only because these guys are easy enough to range cheese because you get headshots. Yeah. As a reminder, we also have a purple bow, so not only do we have a legendary melee weapon, Hand of Millennia, but we have a purple bow. Okay. Alright, this is going to be fun. Mark them both. No. Okay. Oh! Did you see that combo? And he's gonna bleed, right? Alright, brother. There's one. Disgusting combo. Okay. Crazy. Okay, sure. I mean, I guess we'll take it. It's fine. It's not a great perk, but it does heal a lot. I did make a video saying that that's not that bad, so I gotta represent. Yep, so that's level 13, day 1 with a purple bow and a Hand of Millennia. That's pretty cool, dude. What a nice route. I guess we'll just go do... We can now do Ruins and Everjails and stuff. We just need to do as many boss powers as we can. Honestly, in some ways, I shouldn't even be doing this. In fact, I'm telling you for a fact I shouldn't do this. Because this guy's just money and nothing. I'm too used to doing the 1 million runes runs. If you guys have missed those streams, I've been doing runs where I need to get 1 million runes with all classes. And so I'm too used to fighting that guy, but there is actually zero reason to fight that guy because I know he's not a boss power. We don't need his runes anymore. I'll probably ult a Deathbird. Deathbird should not bleed. I don't think. We have Holy? Yes, we do. Panic rolling a little bit because I was trying to get my weapon out. Nice. Insane. No, give me their post. Okay. Yep, and so we just switched to our Sacred Blade Highland Axe here because it's just good. Nice, man. So even though we have a legendary, you just got to know the right tools for the job. Even switching to a blue is better. And there's just another good... Okay. Sure. How about 2 katanas, man? And level 15 in the day 1 zone hasn't even started yet. Okay. This is just our build. Our test. The day 2 zone hasn't started yet. So we can have 2 legendary katanas here. Because we can still go to the bottom and kill the Magma worm. This might be the best build I've ever had. I think you guys are watching the best run I've ever done. And that's with this routing. I don't think I've ever had a legendary and 2 purples in level 15 at this point. There's just no way. Yep, and so we just want to do as many dormant powers as we can. I won't be doing the fort. I'll go down here and do these ruins. Because there is a difference, right? It's like what you need to know about this game is which bosses or which dormant powers actually drop weapons versus, you know, not. Like if you do this fort and you kill the Crystallian boss at the top, the fort only drops weapons. The cathedral right here only drops weapons. Now, I could get a weapon passive that I might need, but it's not that likely. But that's why I'm going to even do Everjails and stuff like that, because I'm still going to get a power that could be useful to me, like max HP. Okay, is this going to be insane? Let's see if I can line it up. Come on, come on. Not quite, but it's still really good. Okay. Maybe we'll get some Rivers of Blood in there. Oh, Rivers just be broken. Not be broken. Impossible challenge. Every time I use Rivers of Blood on Iron Eye, like, I get people come in the chat and be like, that weapon is still so broken. Like, I know, dude. See, there we go. Just, like, lowers FP consumption. So we can use our Rivers even more. And we still have a purple bow. Yep. Bleed. Nice. Oh! Okay. There we go. And maximum FP. For even more Rivers of Blood gaming. We're going to complete more objectives on the map. We're going to... There's no doubt in my mind that we will complete the most amount of dormant powers that I've ever done. I should open that. That's the secret room right there. That's the illusory floor for talismans. But, man, I really wanted to believe in ruins and be like, you can get pretty good talismans from this place. But you don't even always get talismans, man. Close. GG. Nice. Nice. Maximum stamina. What a run this is. It's pretty cool. It's exciting to have a run go this well. And it almost just, like, to see it come together. I think that's the core gameplay loop of what they're trying to sell you, and man. Okay, we can probably kill this dragon really quickly. I think our bow might help us get the stagger, because we want to... I think the bow is good because these... I feel like these R1s will proc the mark, and then... That will stack. There we go. And then maybe we do Rivers of Blood now. Sucks I missed. Bleed maybe? Yeah. Alright, how about... Oh, wrong thing. Nice. Where's our Hand of Millennia? Waterfell Dance the tail? Sucks I didn't have my ult. I wanted to snipe it midair. If I had my ult, we could have been a little fancy. Alright, headshot. Nice. See ya. Another legendary. Wow, dude. We'll write it down, but I don't need it. It doesn't have a good passive. Okay, so we need to write down... We got 2 legendaries this run, even though we're going to end up with a third. Okay. So somebody was saying... Somebody came in the chat yesterday, right? And I want to know what you guys think of this. Okay? Someone was here yesterday and said that they got this weapon. They were looking back at their old footage, okay? They had recorded themselves playing the game in its early stages, and they didn't know about the power. They didn't know about how good the weapon was. And they got the grafted blade from just defeating a field boss early, a high tier scaled field boss. And I also watched a video of someone playing Wilder, and they got the Mirais from defeating an Erd Tree Avatar formidable foe at the beginning of their run. So while it's cool that we're going to the volcano and doing it day 1, what if we also on a different run, like what is the easiest or most accessible like overworld boss that we could go fight that also, because like right there the dragon dropped a legendary, and I feel like if we're playing Wilder and we have our Wilder ult, there's no reason why we couldn't kill a dragon at like level 3, right? Like level 2 or 3, like we just get a blue weapon just like we do now with this, and we just fight a dragon. It's just all gonna depend on how rare legendaries are. Like, what we're doing right now is working, and we're rolling a lot of legendaries, so it does make me think that we're doing kind of the right thing. I don't think we really need to change up too much. Like, clearly what we're doing is working. We have 10 legendaries in 13 runs. Because we've gotten more than one legendary on a couple of different runs. So that's really good. Oh, this is the wrong way. Right. Okay, the skip is over here. Wait, we can literally use Waterfowl Dance to help get down. Look at this. Watch this skip. Oh, wait, okay, wait, you can't go in that lava. Okay, it doesn't work like that. I didn't know you fell right through. Okay. I didn't know it was like that. All right, so you do have to actually, it was close. Okay, okay. Oh my god. Reminiscent of base Elden Ring runs, dude. You can do waterfowl skips. Okay, so you do have to land on solid ground. All right. I didn't know that. That's pretty funny. That's so. Have you guys seen videos where people do skips like that, or you do? I think Dist, he did. He put out a video like right after Elden Ring came out where you could sort of skip towards Malekith in Farum Azula. There was somewhere where you could go, and it was using waterfowl. I've also seen people do Placidusax's ruin skips where they suspend themselves in midair. yeah, insane. Watch this skip, insta dies. Yep, classic. Nice. Yo, what's up, Brandon? Thanks. Hey, how are you? Yeah, pretty cool, right? Not bad. Sure. All right, we need to make it back for our runes. Well, I guess we don't have to at all. Now that I really think about it. We will have enough. Yeah, pretty cool. I was saying this is definitely the best run I've ever had. Just really cool. We are so strong. I guess we don't need our runes. It's okay. So we just did miss one boss down here, but that's fine. Now, we have such a strong build, but we do not have lightning damage for the final boss. Very casual damage. Nice. Nice, more maximum FP. I'm sorry. The poor demi-humans. We might have enough time to kill Red Wolf. The thing is, it's not really spoiling. It's based on the routing. Like, we've been getting legendaries. We got the early, yes, we got the early Hand of Millennia, but it's because of our choice to go here first. The interesting part is, like, it's not even like spooned. It's like we are manifesting the build as we go because of our choice in play, right? That's kind of what's cool. You get Rivers of Blood as Iron Eye if you kill bosses because you are likely to get katanas as him. You are likely to get, you know, the more checks that you do by defeating more bosses and having a better run, therefore you're going to get better stuff, right? That being said, of all of the legendaries, other than the ones we're looking for, I think Hand of Millennia is the best one we can get. Wow, Nameless King. This boss is so sick. I love Nameless King. All right. Insane. Nice. Nice. Okay. And we'll probably use the bow for his phase 2. So I stand so far away there is because I saw when Aggie was doing no-hit runs of this. Oops. I saw that Aggie took a stagger after he came off of the dragon. So you can get hit right there. Yeah, you don't want to be too close, or apparently you can literally just get staggered. Which I did not know. Big bleed. Proc the mark. Nice. So, well, Rivers of Blood and Katanas are they're the best. Another legendary, but it's just a Wedding Grace. Okay. We'll take the Wedding Grace. It's fine. So we gotta add 2 legendaries, man. 2 this run. And a 3rd if you count the Rivers of Blood that we upgrade, but... okay, we'll just pop it out here. And I want to swap for this too. Because I just want to pop it out here. Alright, off we go. Rivers of Blood is the strongest weapon that you can get as Iron Eye. Better than any bow. Imagine 2 bosses? I know. I want to show you guys the documentation after this. You shouldn't... After this run is done, stick around for a second. Let me show you something. You'll think it's interesting. I promise what I have to show you is cool. You gotta trust me. Source, trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. I have something cool to show you. Okay? I promise. Nice. Big bleed. Nice. I didn't mean to hit him. Oh, insane stagger. Oh, but he's still activated. Okay. It's fine. Wow, phase 2. We'll get in there with our waterfowl dance then, maybe. At least a little bit. Okay, this is fine. Nice. I want to use rivers. Legendary Rivers of Blood. Pretty good. Okay, probably back to the bow. So then you wanna stay close to him here so that you can make more space on this one. So as he does the second wave, I actually want to do an angle and I want to run towards him so that I can space this one. Because then it no longer comes down to timing, and it doesn't really matter if you're at range. Like, who cares that I lose the positioning on the boss and I'm no longer in range? It actually just doesn't matter. Oh, my bad. Bad heal. The flask slowly restoring my HP got me caught there. That's funny. Nice. Okay. This is good. Nice R1s. Here we go. Big damage. Yep, because now we're going to Rivers. Bleed. Nice Rivers. Okay, hang on. Watch, we can hit him during this. This is the best part. Watch this damage. 3, 24. No. Oh, wow. Okay. I rolled it wrong. That insane 27 damage that I got in right there, dude. Very important, of course. Oh! Stop. The slow heal. The slow heal is fine on a bit more HP character, but the instant heal would have saved me twice now, dude. Rip the slow heal. You had one job, slow heal. Okay, here we go. Damage. 31. Kill. No, I can't get that. I want to get that timing down, man. All right, GG, Fulgur. Funny stuff, dude. Insane run. Crazy. Not too bad considering we didn't have lightning damage. If we had lightning grease, then we would have just destroyed him. How many runes is it too? Was it good runes? It was okay, right? Yeah, 955k. Nice, dude. Okay, let me show you something cool. Check this out. So let's see what Matt posted today, because it's so interesting. So he left some documentation. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Can you guys see this? Yeah, you can. So I guess I'll give you a spoiler warning, because it does say spoiler warning. I guess technically there's just a very, very small spoiler warning, which is that if you didn't know that the Night Lords are like, there's a limited number of bosses in the pool, or if you haven't beat the game yet, I guess maybe, you know, look away for a second, but it doesn't really spoil anything too much. Mostly what I wanted to show you here is how, if we are, so we just hunted Fulgur, right? Here they are. This is how the randomization works. There are 40 seeds for every Night Lord. So these are all of the possible maps that you can get. Let me move this over. Where is it here? Yeah. These right here are all of the possible maps that you can get when you hunt Fulgur. And what's so fascinating is just, for example, even things like the randomization of the events are in there too. So for example, you know, if you get, like, if you're hunting Fulgur, okay? If you're hunting Fulgur and you drop in the bottom left here, and you're here, and you check in this is a flying dragon, for example, you know that you're gonna get the day 1 Libra curse, because this is the map that this is one of the maps you can get. There are only 20 possible maps that don't have a shifting earth, And then for each shifting earth, there are only 5. So we can actually find the exact map that we got last time. And it was I think it was this one. No, it wasn't. It was... We got the boss here. Oh, that's the wrong thing. We did not get a Royal Revenant. Okay. Here was the map that we just did. We were able to find it. So no event happened as we hunted Fulgur. There was no event. The day 1 boss was right here, and it was a Knights Cavalry duo. It was a Deathrite bird on the roof. The basement boss was a grafted scion. This was a flying dragon and stuff like that. This was a revenant. This Everjail was Beastman of Far Missoula. Okay. And this is what was here. These were the Poison Perfumer ruins, you know? And and this is where BBH was. So for every Night Lord that you hunt, there are only 40 combinations, and if you use a Shifting Earth, there are only 5 for each type. Now, I knew it was limited, and I knew the number was 40, but I didn't know that even, like, Everjails and things like that were exactly the same, which is interesting. And here is also the documentation on what can happen. So, the reason why the difficult Sorcerer's Rise, the Sorcerer's Rises with the extra puzzles, they rarely happen, is not only are they rare, but they only happen when you hunt these two. It's like if you're hunting Holster, you don't ever even get one of these. You know why the Walking Mausoleum is so rare, you guys? You know why you never see this? Is because it's only when you hunt Caligo and Maris. That is why. If you don't know what the Walking Mausoleums do in this game, these are the things that allow you to duplicate your weapon. Okay? This is how this works. The reason why you don't hardly see a meteor strike is because it only happens with these 3. So what Matt put out today, what this randomizer mod does, is it doesn't make it so that we can fight Melania in this game, but what this mod aims to do is make it so that these kinds of things aren't limited to just the one, you know, the 1 or 2 Night Lords that you're hunting. It makes it so that you can get the Frenzy Tower, but not when you're when hunting Holster or something. It's like you only get, when I'm going for the 1 million runes runs, which is something I've been streaming. If you guys have been a part of that, I've been trying to get 1 million runes with all characters. I know now that these are the only 3 that I should ever hunt, because these are the only ones that you can actually get the Noster invasion. If we are hunting Gladius, for example, just because we like Gladius or we like Fulgur, you can't even get the Noster Plague that gives you all the extra runes. So let's see what Matt said. Why are there so few map patterns? Not sure, but it makes sense to give newcomers a foothold to learn the map and its bosses if they get stuck attempting any particular Night Lord. It may have been necessary for quality assurance. Still, the lack of pattern of variety becomes evident the more you play, especially with speedruns and other challenge runs. Ideally, the game should have had greater than 5k patterns, even with limited night bosses per Night Lord. Nightreign's map pattern system has strong fundamentals, which future patches hopefully build on. Fair enough, right? That makes sense to me. But this is pretty cool. So yeah, so this is what the randomizer is for Elden Ring. This is what Matt made, and it's pretty cool, dude. If you don't know him, this is the same guy that makes all of the other really cool randomizer mods and stuff. He's worked in the community and stuff. He's really very, you know, it's just cool to see that modders are working on stuff like this. Okay, off we go. So we did Enhanced Dark Drift Knight, and we did Holster. Let's hunt Libra. Because I just like Libra. Makes the Shifting Earths even more OP. Yeah, it's interesting. It does make it so that it, you know, you can really plan around stuff. Okay, this is attempt number 14. And we have to move this over because we are officially in double digits. All right. 10 legendaries in 13 attempts. So, what I was saying is, what if I tried to kill this tree sentinel? Because that's probably not more overall legendary checks than just... I don't know. What's your thoughts on Enhanced Gaping Jaw? That's a good question. I like it a lot more than the regular Gaping Jaw. A lot more, actually. Significant amount. I'm okay with Enhanced Gaping Jaw. I like the Spirit Stream to jump into the storm. My problem is that it still has performance issues. They've said in, I think, 2 or 3 patches now that they wanted to fix the performance issues of Gaping Jaw, and it still does have issues, it seems. Which is very unfortunate. And rather annoying. So let's just get enough for a blue bow. If it's a Crucible Knight, we could just kill one. Okay, let's just kill. Let's try this routing. Even though this guy is gonna take forever, let's just kill this guy. There's no way we die, right? If I just play smart. Like, it's gonna take a while, but... I guess the question is literally how long is it going to take? Nice that I can tank a hit. That's that level 2 versus level 1 right there. All our job is just to not be greedy and do something dumb. Sucks we don't have a melee weapon, which would be a lot better. But that's okay. Oh. We could also use Mighty Shot, but it is pretty slow. I think Mighty Shot is a lot better against the Banished Knights. Oh! He almost frame trapped me. Nice, that wasn't too bad. Okay, that gives us a nice start. Yo, what's up, Zaystro? How are you? Yo, thanks so much. One thing I like about Adele that I haven't mentioned, though, is that he is listed as a dragon. I'm pretty... I like that there are 2 dragons for us to hunt, because they do give us the mountain. Is there something good here? No item discovery, unfortunately. So right here, we're trying to buy item discovery if it exists, but it unfortunately does not. Yeah, so it's nice that Gaping Jaw is a dragon because they give us the mountain to fight them. Same with Caligo, right? So that's cool. Nice. Fire Grease is good. Love this RuneScape music. This one's called Mellow. RuneScape music is the GOAT. The two GOATs of music for gaming is anything Jeremy Soule, which is Skyrim and Harry Potter and Baldur's Gate and all that. Like, Jeremy Soule is an absolute legend, and whatever, I don't know the composer's name off the top of my head for RuneScape, but that's okay because he was like, I think he got in trouble or something, so we don't really need to give his name credit. But nice soundtrack, bro. I'm pretty sure he might have had CP or something on his computer, so that's unfortunate, but RuneScape still... that's okay. I guess. Like that. It's a good thing I don't know his name. Because we kind of shouldn't give him any credit. Well, I think the Nightreign soundtrack is amazing as well, and I think all of the boss soundtracks are good, and I really like them. Nightreign really cooked hard. They definitely did with the music in this game is just incredible. But it's not good music to. Obviously, on runs it's fine and stuff, but the only thing I don't like about Souls music is it's not very peaceful or ambient music. The good thing about RuneScape music or Elder Scrolls music is just how ambient and soft it is, which is nice to listen to a lot of the time. Just as almost like there's another legendary. Wow, I've never used this, dude. Okay, that's pretty good for us. That's totally a good melee weapon. Another legendary. Oh my god, man. Sweet, dude. Oh, and there's item discovery? I need. Oh my god. Alright. Hell yeah. How about some item discovery? Yo, what's up, T? It's not lucky. It's this is the route. If you want legendary weapons, dude, this is where you go. This is how it works. No luck involved. That's what we're doing. We're hunting for legendaries. There's no way we can do this, right? It's just impossible. Okay, let's just escape with it. We'll have to come back. Nice, dude. $14 runs, 11 legendary weapons. Well, it's not that good in the base game, but it's insane in this, right? Because anything in this is insane. So look at this routing, you guys. Look at this. Watch this, you guys. It's super important. How insane is this? Oh, did I jump too far? I sure did. Oh, okay. I went too far. Let's try to move our runes to the shore. Hopefully that did. Now we'll have to fight the Magma Worm at level 5, but that's okay. Are our runes going to be on that platform? Oh, I messed it up again, didn't I? Okay, I have to learn the spot. So where exactly do we stand? I did... Because I did the skip first try last time, I never properly learned where exactly I should be. Is there a low point on the rock? I feel like I just jumped from there twice in a row. Is it more like over here? Yeah, it is. Okay. Unfortunately, we did lose our runes, but that's fine. I mean, why do we need 3 smithing ones? That's funny. Yeah, I agree with that. Nightreign definitely gave some weapons that weren't that good in the base game another chance. That's a good way to look at it. I know it's a popular weapon because of Millennia, but Hand of Millennia in the base game is not a good weapon. Like, I know that's gonna make some people upset, where it's like because it's probably a lot of your guys' favorite weapon, but the reality is that Hand of Millennia is like a very low tier weapon. Well, okay, maybe that's probably unfair. I shouldn't put it like that. All I'm saying is that it's just not that good. Because you have to understand, I'm comparing to, like, when I say Hand of Millennia is bad, I mean compared to Starfist, right? It's like you got to remember what we're talking about. So, like, this Morgoth's Cursed Sword is not a good weapon in the base game. At all. Comparatively speaking. But because because it's a legendary, it's guaranteed to do top tier damage, and they gave all of the legendaries really good bonuses and powers in this game. And that's what goes such a long way, right? Okay, and we just get a Wending Grace. So, we don't need the Wending Grace. Let's just take this Serpent Bow and let's just legendary that. Okay, and so again, with this route, with this insane routing with the Iron Eye skip, there you go, guys. That is back-to-back runs. If you watch the last run, we had 2 legendary weapons, and on this run, we have it again. Yep. We have a legendary bow and a legendary melee weapon, and it's a good one on our class. And it's day 1. And we can just go to the yep, and we can just go to the castle. We can back-to-back runs with just absolutely insane gear. And it's all because we choose to go here. That's just how it works. We make the decision to route ourselves to go here first. And we get heavily rewarded. Pretty insane, man. I'll probably continue this run because I haven't used this weapon. If I got Hand of Millennia again, I definitely wouldn't continue the run. I'd keep looking because there's no reason... Like, we just did that. But, yeah, I guess I'll continue this. NT said they like the weapon, so why not? Listen, I'm a man of the people. If you guys like the weapon and want to see someone use it, then sure. Why not? Pretty cool. Let's poison this Red Wolf. Even just a poison is fine. Okay. Nice. So if you want to riposte a Red Wolf, what you need to do is you need to stand further away. Gino was saying that. It's fun. It was really funny. Gino was showing that he, it's like, this is how he was talking about how hard it is to riposte a Red Wolf, which is true. Red Wolf is particularly difficult to riposte. And he's like, I'm a man of skill or whatever. He's something like that. He's like, he was talking about how difficult it is to riposte a Red Wolf. And then he explained how you do it. And so, yeah, so what he said you do is you stand a little bit away from them, by the way. And if you just do that, it works every time. I didn't know it was like that. Pretty cool, man. Yep, that's all you gotta do. Yeah, you'll get the riposte on them if you just keep just the smallest little bit of distance. You'll be okay. It should give it to you. And the other reason why it's so hard to accidentally riposte a Red Wolf is because their poise is low enough where once they get staggered, when you R1 them, you hit them out of it. Right? That's how it works. So any enemies that you break their down state, when you stagger them, if you break it, then that means that that makes it pretty, difficult to riposte. Because then what'll happen is you'll press R1, and it won't give it to you, and then they're no longer down. Day 1, by the way, legendary bow, legendary everything, dude. Day 1. This is the best Iron Eye route. You're seeing it right here. This is the best Iron Eye route. This is an insane route. And you know what? This actually is not the only insane route that we can do, because pretty soon I'm going to be doing Wilder and Shrouded City streams. Because Wilder can skip right into the Shrouded City and we can look for legendaries day 1 there. I was showing the skip at the end of the night last night. The only problem is that Wilder and Raider can skip into the Shrouded City, but the issue that you have is that they don't have Iron Eye's Discovery. So we'll have to do more resets with them, because we won't really get legendary weapons as often, but we can always check. Okay, this is a good one. Okay, we have the entirety of day 2 to use this. Isn't this cool? But one way that we can potentially offset that is that we will... Like, what we might do is we will keep resetting until we get, like, a decent chance with a silver pickle or something. I've learned that it's not worth it on Iron Eye to go out of your way to go to a church to get a silver pickle, because it seems like you get it often enough without it that it's just more about, like, let's just get to the zone. Or let's just get there and start checking bodies. But with the classes that don't have that luxury, I think what's probably best is that we wait until we get a silver pickle. Centipede Dragon gets bullied so badly. Well, he certainly gets bullied with a legendary poison bow. Okay, so what does Power of the Omen King do? Critical hits produce a burst of flame. Okay. W run so far. Every run with this route and every run hanging out with you guys is a W run. All we have on this stream is W runs because I get to spend my time with you guys. What do you mean? What kind of question is that? Every run is a W. We're just hanging out playing Nightreign. We're living the life, man. Just hanging out, me and all my friends playing Nightreign. No such thing. This is a pretty sick weapon. It's pretty good. So where's the... Okay, so that's what it does when you do critical... Okay, that was sick. Sure. Looked like it cost us a lot of FP. So even though this is fire damage, this Magma Worm... Like, how quickly are we going to get the bleed? Is the only problem we're going to have here, right? Obviously, we should start with this. At least to poison. There we go. Alright, here we go. Oh. Proc the mark. How about a bleed? I want to do some jumping heavies. So, yeah, so we can get the stack. Because the stagger is everything with this, right? Okay. I guess just because he's strong against fire, it doesn't look that impressive. But the damage is still good. I mean, this is a sick run, right? I mean, we're just completely destroying him. Oh! Never mind, he destroyed us. I did. So... What the only way they balance this class, because he is insane, right? He really is insane. But what you can't do is you cannot use your dash out of hit stun. That is the one small thing they did to, like, make sure that he... The reason why I'm just dead right there is because once I'm staggered from it, you actually can't... Even though I have a charge of my dash, there's nothing that I can do. No, it's not a bullshit move. I just went for it. Nah, not really. It's an easy enough boss. Nothing about it was BS. I just screwed up. There's no such thing. Trust me, there's no such thing. Obviously, I could also have just, you know, played it differently. I went for the hit expecting to get the bleed to finish him off, but because our damage was a little low with fire damage, was either trying to proc the mark or the bleed. But we proc the bleed at least twice, so it was going to be You know, because as you proc the status effects, it takes longer to build up, so it just took a little bit longer than I thought. Thankfully, because it's not a deathless run or a no-hit run, we're just hanging out, it's easy enough to just kill him, right? It's usually no big deal. Let's buy the Stone Sword key as well. Nice. Getting greedy? Yeah. That is a 100% greed-based death right there and nothing else. Red Mane Knights or something, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, Deathless and no... Well, Deathless is not too bad in this game. Deathless is... I mean, you still need to play smart and not make dumb mistakes, but thankfully the game is... For an experienced player, it's simple enough to pretty much play Deathless at all times. Like, I just have to play, like, slightly more careful than this, and it would be okay. But usually it's not too bad. So this guy should be weak to fire damage. Unfortunately, I need to get the stagger first. Okay, here we go. Nice. And is there a bleed? Insane. Interrupted his jump attack. Nice, dude. Okay, we can finish off with the bow. Pretty clean. Yep, this weapon is good. Oh. That's okay. And all of this is out of the zone, but we're making we have such a strong build and we're making such good time that we can just do this as the day closes in. Okay, satisfying. Here we go. Stop. Make it big. Nice. One of the fastest beastmen you'll ever see right there. Insane. Okay. Simple enough. I'm getting greedy. Can we kill this? I bet we can kill this guy for his dormant power too, right? We can totally make it up here and kill this perfumer. This is not a mistake at all. We got this. This is free. It's getting less free. Stop. Oh, it's kind of a bad spot. It's like as far away as possible. Okay. We're gonna have to go fast. Gotta go fast. Alright, let's heal at the front. Okay, okay. Hello, friend? No, how dare you dash away. There we go. Heal. Go, go. Get the power. Nice. Yes, insane. Sorceries and incantations. Perfect for our build, where we don't use a single one. Was completely worth it in every way. Huge, actually. What an insane upgrade right there. And definitely would not be better than being at the Crucible Knight Castle right now. Killing the Crucible Knights. There's just no way. Worth for the swag, that's right. Always worth for that. You guys are funny, man. Yeah, I did get runes, but yeah, of course, if I was killing Crucible Knights at the castle, we would be getting a lot more, but it's okay. The thing is, we don't even have to kill the Magma Worm at the bottom. We already did it. That's one of the first things we did, right? So, it's just about full clearing the castle now, and then doing these two bosses. But we're cooking. Oh, this will be good. Can I just hit her? Okay. We'll try again. Maybe we wait for the jump attack. Just do the jump attack. Come on. Because it should just hit stun. Okay, she's just not doing it. Here we go. Nice. Okay, yeah, so you just have to wait for an opening. She wouldn't do it, though. Okay, sure. So, because we're not going to struggle to get 15 and this guy's not a dormant power, you don't want to kill... You don't want to kill this one, this Ordovis, because it doesn't drop us anything other than runes, which we, of course, don't need. The only thing that would be better here is maybe, like, Warrior Jar Shard. Is Ritual Shield is good, but is that actually better than Erdtree's Favor? Probably not. Again, I only want to kill the Siluria here. Insane. And you don't normally take criticals against these guys, but I have buffed criticals, and that's what this weapon does. Probably worth ulting, just to do this faster. Because again, we don't care about these guys at all, right? Attack power while two-handing? Sure. Nice. Because we do two-hand. That doesn't work for our bow, but it works for our Morgoth's Curse Sword. So that's nice. And you can jump these guys, by the way. Alright, and again, we get the critical. And we'll use our Ash of War as he gets up. Here we go. Nice. This is pretty good. Okay. Oh, maybe I should have taken improved critical hits, but I'll take the damage negation. That's alright. Alright, only one more of these guys, and then we really have to get... Oh, we can take this. Improve physical and fire damage, which is what we do right now. Okay. Good opening. Oh. Big combo. Alright, we have to go fast. I don't know if we'll be able to do Roof Boss. It just depends on what it is. We might not have the mana. Nah, we can't do the... Well, let's just see. Because if it's like an Erdtree avatar, maybe we can just get the runes for it to assert dominance, but we might not be able to pick up the power. Because we can use our poison bow. It really just depends on what it is. This is probably the worst thing it could be. I don't know. Yeah, no way. Loretta's just too tanky. Even if it was Bellbearing Hunter, I think we would have maybe a chance for time, but Loretta is like the tankiest boss in the whole game. That Loretta is so tanky because it's the Haligtree version. Nice damage. Insane damage. No way I get scammed. No, with my critical weapon I get scammed out of the critical? Come on. This is what you get. Deserved. How dare you scam me? Sure. Alright. Yeah, too much movement for a quick kill. Too much poise, and our weapon is based on taking the criticals, the riposte, but we literally can't get a riposte against horse enemies, right? You literally can't riposte an enemy on a horse, so there is no point. This, you think I deleted the gargoyle? Wait till you see this demi-human right here. Watch this. You thought that was insane. This one's gonna be even more disgusting. There you go. Pretty good. Not a bad build, you guys. Just back-to-back runs where everyone is saying how insane the build is, and what's the consistency? Is that this is just the best map for Iron Eye. Spawn the crater with your Stygian sigils, or whatever they're called. What are they called? I always call them the wrong... Dude, oh my god, hang on. I know what they're called, right? I know what they're called. Sovereign sigils, is that right? I keep calling them Stygian shards. Because I just got done playing V Rising, and that's what you get from doing the stuff in yes, Stygian shards. Yeah, I keep calling them that because that's what they are in V Rising, dude. I was just playing that game before Nightreign. Oh. Stop. I don't know if it has a lot of poise damage or not. All I know, it just does a lot of damage and has good bleed. I hate you for hitting me. Wait, I keep healing to full because I want my ritual sword. That's why I keep wasting pots. But maybe I wasted too many pots, not gonna lie. Because now this boss is actually tricky. Stagger, maybe? Insane. Okay. Pretty good. Dominated. Not bad. Wait, who are we fighting? Who is this expedite? Is this Libra? Yeah, we're fighting Libra. What do I want? I think this is fine. Okay, and when we fight Iron Eye, or sorry, when we play Iron Eye against Libra, we're going for a no-hit. Every time. Just for practice. Because it's always in the cards, okay? Alright, we're gonna try to no-hit him. Alright, hang on, let me turn on the Libra music. More suspenseful. Hang on, chat. Hang on, chat. Here we go. Yeah, when we fight Libra with Iron Eye, it's straightforward enough that it's worth a try. You ready? Let's do it. Can we get the Libra no-hit? I think we can do it. I've done it before. 3 or 4, I think 3 or 4 times now. So, it's at least possible. Come on, Libra. And we have poison to help us. We actually don't have our ult, which is a little bit of a problem, but I've heard we can stack up our ult just by hitting him at the start. Looks that way. Alright, so we want to mark first thing and not greed any hits. And it's just simple enough to sprint away. And why Iron Eye is so good is because we get them, we can just dash through them right there. You can see how trivial it really is. You just play slow. And then again, he does this, but we can just do that and it makes perfect space. Nice. Look at that. We proc the mark. Okay. And then, of course, another big advantage we have is that we can just do it like this. And so we get to punish. I should use the mark, but I'm just going to re-exalted flesh. And then we can hit during this too, which is huge. Like, look how much damage we get on Libra that non-range class. Like, look how simple it is. Insane. Take the critical with the Morgoths? No shot. Oh, no way. Oh, that would have been so good. That would have been the kill right there if I took the critical with Morgoths. No. No hits, though. I actually don't know his moveset here. No, we did it! Nice, dude. We got him. Another Libra no-hit down. It's so simple with Iron Eye, though. Like, is it even hard? Like, come on. Yeah, like, yes, it's cool we no-hit him, but, like, look how gross Iron Eye is, though. Was anything about that actually challenging? It's not. Like, you just got to be honest with yourself, right? It's like, that's Iron Eye is just people. We just call that Biss, right? It's like he's just best in slot. Like, that's just a good old Biss moment. All right. Pretty cool. It sucks I couldn't get... Man, dude, if I could have got the riposte with that, with the Morgoths, wouldn't that have been... That would have been cinema. That would have been pretty good. Oh, man. Definitely a missed opportunity right there, but we will take the no-hit. Okay. Somebody said Enhanced Gaping Jaw. We can hunt Enhanced Gaping Jaw. Sure. Why not? I need more practice. But thanks for hanging out tonight, you guys. It means a lot to me, for sure. This is the, So, I never streamed too much when I did League videos, and I certainly haven't streamed that much here on YouTube, but this is by far the most viewers I've ever had. And I get a lot more viewers at this time. I don't know... I guess a lot of you guys are from Europe and stuff like that. I stay up late anyway, North America time. I'm not sure why the YouTube algorithm reaches... So, the way that it works is I can see the number of impressions. And when I stream during the day, it only pushes my stream to about 4,000 or 5,000 users, but it pushes my stream to about 11 to 15,000 users at this time. Because it knows that more of you guys that want to watch me are on at this time. So I guess just somehow the during the day audience, I just haven't... I don't know. I don't know how it works, but it's okay for me because I don't mind staying up this late. And maybe just Nightreign and Elden Ring in general has more like EU people or people who are... I don't... Like, where are you guys from? It would be great if you would let me know in the chat where you're from, by the way. Just so I can have an understanding. Because even though, like, YouTube does show me the demos, and the geographics of where you guys are at, but it also just kind of depends. EU? What's up, Rui? You're from Texas? Okay. Fuck sleep schedule? I see. Well, Texas is still 2 hours behind, so it's not, it's not too late. 2:24 is not that late. EU? Saudi Arabia? Okay. I see. Any other Middle East? What time is it in SA? Where, like, what? I don't even know roughly like how east that really is that like a little bit east of Germany? No, it's even more. It's way more east than like Turkey. But what's the time zone? Because you're on the east of like Turkey and east of the Mediterranean. So I have no idea. 11:24 in the morning. So 7 hours ahead. So German time is probably what, six hours ahead of me. So you're like 1 more hour ahead. Okay, that tracks. That seems about right. In Germany, okay, so I was exactly right. That's funny. I didn't even know that. In Germany, it's 10:24 a.m. Okay, so yeah, so 1 more hour. I gotcha. Because I knew that the UK was 5 hours ahead, which is obviously the most west. 5 hours ahead of me in Eastern time, US. So I knew that the UK was 5 hours ahead. I knew Germany was 6. So that makes sense that in the Middle East, you're 7 hours ahead. Okay. Yeah, London 5 hours ahead. Right. So that tracks with what I thought. Oh, we gotta put the RuneScape music back on, because we had the Libra music on. I guess what we're also looking for here is any... Oh, please stop. We're looking for item discovery from any of these items. We've really had a hard time finding discovery gear. I'm noticing this is a consistent problem we've been trying to solve. Let's just go down to this church to give us a good run here. Because maybe we get Silver Pickle. Maybe. Spain and Portugal might have a different time zone than the UK. That's actually interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether it does or not. Very interesting. Because Spain and Portugal are quite a bit, like a decent amount west compared to the what is the Golden Vowel's not bad. What is the name of the, is it called the British Isles? When I'm not necessarily talking about the country, I'm just talking about the island of the UK. So it's like the UK is all four of the countries, right? Wales, England, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. And then Ireland is a part of the, so it's all 5 countries is the UK. But then is Great Britain and the UK the exact same thing? It is, right? But then the whole isle that doesn't include Ireland is called the British Isles, I think. Portugal's the same as UK? I see. Okay. It's like on this stream I have to defeat like I have to like actively defeat dumb American like stereotypes, dude. It's like the average American is like you ever see there's this really funny show called Ted Lasso, and he's like an American football coach, and he goes to coach soccer in the UK, and he's like they're talking about like Gareth Bale, who is from Wales, and he's like what country is he from? And his assistant's like, Wales? And he's like, Wales? He's like, that's another country? He's like, yep. He's like, how many countries are in this country? It's like average American stereotype. How many countries are in this country? And then the best part is that the assistant says 4. 4, sir. British Isles is everything? Okay. I see. Great Britain is the same as England? Really? Are you sure? I feel like Great Britain is the UK. I feel like that's the interchangeable term. But what do I know? I'm a dumb American. I'll just use the harp bow because why not? Because it plays the harp. Actually, not a terrible weapon in this game. There's nothing wrong with using the harp bow. I kind of like the harp bow, actually. Not a bad little weapon in this game, man. Item discovery, that's pretty big. Okay, and this is a good weapon to use for the next boss. Okay, do we have 2 discovery gear or just 1? Okay, we do have an item discovery gear. Nice. And because the whole crater is in the zone, let's check this pile too. No reason not to. With item discovery. Maybe we get like a silver pickle or something. Alright, attack power when 2-handing is okay. Sure. Why not? UK geography is the final boss for Americans? I guess so, right? Thankfully, my geography is okay. It's one of the things I am passionate about. I do like geography, and I know a few things about it. Not as much as I should, but, you know, can't be an expert at everything. It's simply impossible. That's pretty cool. Fire's Y-hander. Nice. Sure. HP restoration upon attacks. Improved range weapon attacks. Okay. Attacks inflict sleep. Not bad. Chain attack finishers. Okay. Alright, let's do the... We gotta get the RuneScape music back. But yeah, regardless, the whole thing I was saying anyway is I just appreciate you guys hanging out, because this is definitely the most viewers I've ever had. for sure. And I do appreciate it, man. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. It makes it fun for me that we get to, you know, we get to solve this together and stuff like that. Honestly, that's the best part about it, because then not only am I like grinding for this and trying to learn this for science, but, you know, we get to sort of, in a way, we get to be a part of it together, and we get to see, you guys are getting the opportunity to see live, you know, firsthand, something that I would just be doing anyway, so I might as well just share it with you guys. That's kind of the way that I see it. Because there's, like, this is just what I would be doing right now, because I would be trying to learn it for a video, trying to see, you know, what I can understand for, like, a future video. Because all of this is going to be for a video. So even if you end up missing part of this, like, don't worry, there will be a YouTube video talking about, you know, my experience starting this crater day 1 and starting the Shifting Earth events and hunting for the legendaries. Okay. Alright, so you can also get, the reason why we go through here as well, is that you can also get legendaries from these piles. Okay. We have basically the entire crater in the zone, so let's check every item spawn. Yeah, a little bit of awkward circle placement, but everything is in the zone, so it's okay. It's totally fine. There should be more item checks over here that I don't... Wow. Okay, we took our sweet time for sure. I guess we did make it down looking for the church. But okay, we'll check all the final items here. Because as far as I know, there should be some. Like on the way down. I didn't know there was a scarab there. It's okay. This is what I was looking for. I have never received a legendary from this spot. You can get a purple, though. I think there's only one more check, and then this is a full reset. No legendary this run, even though we had the zone. Alright, we did not get one. So we just continue runs if it's a cool legendary, like whether we get one or if we get one that's interesting. So we got to continue the last 2 runs, but obviously that's a reset there because we didn't get one. But you can see how common they really are. It's pretty interesting. I don't know if I think the circle is too fast. Here's what I think. What I think about this circle is that you should be able to... There should be a relic that does slow the game down a bit. Because if there was a relic that slowed the game down, like let's say one of the relics was 5 more minutes added to an expedition, and that's the only thing it had, and you couldn't pair that with anything else, then you would be sacrificing actual utility. Or maybe there should be a setting where you can make enemies stronger and reward more runes, but you wish the rounds were longer. I think there's something to be said about how quick these runs are that makes them exciting and fun and fast-paced that I do like. I don't necessarily think that that the zone is so fast that the game is not fun. Definitely not. And because of the zone closing in quickly, it really ups the It really ups the ante and makes it all about speed, which I do like because that is the skill of the game. The game being based on your ability to go fast and quick is the core concept that makes everything kind of tick and work. So I do like that the zone exists. I think more what I don't like is maybe the day one could be just ever so slightly longer. I feel like I'm okay with day two, but I would maybe consider that the day one could be 2 or 3 minutes longer, and maybe you take 1 minute away from day two. And even more specifically than that, what I can tell you that without a doubt I don't like, let me go down here to see if we get Silver Pickle. I can tell you without question one thing that I don't like, and Matt's randomizer mod that he put out today does, I think, fix this. I don't like that the circle is 100% guaranteed in the crater map to finish off in the crater. Because I know I understand the purpose of the shifting earth. It's like they always want it to close on the shifting earth so that, I mean, it's very simple, right? So that you have the time to do the objective where you get legendaries. But maybe just because you have the crater doesn't mean that at least I would be okay if the day two wasn't always here. Obviously, what has to happen is either day one or day two the crater needs to be there, because it would be stupid to have the crater and not really have the time. Like, I think, but also maybe not. Like, okay, what if you got the crater like we have, but the zone was just never at the magma worm? Is that actually a problem? Just because we got the crater, but like, what if we had a run where we just simply couldn't do it because it was never in the zone? Is that just objectively stupid and bad design, or could it be like that and the game is okay? Like, I don't really know. Like, maybe you get the Shrouded City, but it's just not in the zone ever the whole time. Or maybe both days of the Shrouded City are in the zone. Imagine you got the Shrouded City and both of the days were in the zone. That would be a fun run. Imagine how much time you would have. What if it was just truly random? Would that just be way, way better? For both the good and the bad. Of course, it would screw you up sometimes, but it would also benefit you. I feel like it goes both ways. Well, part of the reason that they were, I guess, scared of a true randomizer game, because I look at it that way too, right? Like, that's a pretty fair conclusion. You're saying it's like, yeah, FromSoft didn't want the game to be truly random, and clearly they were scared of that. Like, I come to that same conclusion as well. But it's also, you have to remember that by the game not being true, nowhere did they say it was going to be like a randomizer mod where you fight a big enemy in a small arena. Part of, I would assume, is the fear is like, what happens in those bad cases where, you know, you end up fighting a really, really big enemy in some small, tiny arena and it's just so screwed up, right? I mean, that's pretty cool. Just a black bow. A day one purple black bow. Nice. Good for the run, not good for the legendary that we need, but not bad. I mean, just good to see. Ooh, improves charge attack, Cestus, okay. Cestus are good with charge attack. There's another purple. Damage negation at low HP. Okay. Attack power at full HP. Okay. Ooh. Sure. Is there any chance that we can kill this boss in time? I don't think so. We have kukris, though. If you are an experienced player, there is no doubt that if this game was truly random, I can understand in FromSoft's mind why we don't fight Melania in this game, because it's already hard enough as it is. And so if the casual player had to also fight Melania in this game, a boss that they potentially only killed once, and you like, even though Iron Eye is OP, you have to remember there is no such thing in this game as like the Mimic tier. Oh, wow. Hello? Wow, my game full crashed. Oh, dang. Okay, well, we honestly, I didn't think we had enough time. That's okay. Wow, my game crashed 100-0 right there. Did you see that freeze? That's happened one other time on stream. But also, it could be my PC overheating. Let me just check real quick. Let me check my core temp. We are running the PC pretty hot. They hit me with the ultimate attack. Okay, we'll do one more. Yeah, should be okay. I think we're fine. Just happens. Okay, one more run before bed. Maybe two more. But we were on the final boss that we realistically could do there anyway. It was only one more roll for a legendary, although we do get a legendary a lot from that enemy. We didn't really have that much time. Okay, okay. Yeah, I know it slowed down the stream because it wasn't just the game, it was on my... Wow. What is this lag? Okay, are we going to be okay? Dang. Is everything fine now, though? I assume it looks okay. It looks like I'm not dropping any frames now. Everything's okay, right? Okay. Yeah, but thanks for hanging out as well tonight, guys, and supporting the stream and stuff too. As a reminder, I don't run any ads on stream, just to give you guys the best viewing experience possible. No ads are run, which is why you haven't been seeing any. I keep it on manual, and I haven't played any ads. So I just want you guys to have the best experience possible, for sure. It's important to me that the viewer... This is also the first night that we're streaming in 4K. So if you want to change the quality, you can also do that. So this is the first ever 4K stream. So it should look pretty good. Nice item discovery right off the rip. Okay, let's give it a good opportunity here. Let's go to some churches and let's get a silver pickle. All right, here we go, you guys. Yeah, let's definitely check out this church to see if we can get silver pickle, because if we can, there's honestly a pretty good chance. A piece of item discovery gear plus that is so good. Thanks, guy. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT! Yeah. Okay, surely this scarab will not be a silver pickle, right? Or, sorry, a silver scarab? Are we just gonna get the talisman, too? No. But maybe item discovery gear here. Item discovery? No. Item discovery? Fireworks. We don't have a ton of time. Just looking for discovery, please. Please, or a silver pickle or something. Oh, look. Oh, wow. I'm going to get hit by one of their bows and die. I'm level 1. Okay. All right. So this is the issue that I'm running into, is I don't really have that good of a build like, I guess we did get fire grease, which is not bad. But even going out of my way to try to get discovery gear and get a silver pickle, is it worth it if we have less time to do more checks? It seems like it's not. Okay, that's really good. That's sort of the dilemma we keep having, and I'm trying to solve at the moment. It's like, what is the point of going out of my way to get this silver pickle if I end up checking less things anyway that can potentially be a legendary? And what if we don't even get it? Okay, we got one. Insanely good. All right, so this is... We've gotten silver pickles before, and we even had this... So last night we checked... We did a run where we checked with the silver scarab. We did get the talisman, but this is the first ever time And we had a couple times where we checked with silver pickle, but this is the first time we ever had a piece of item discovery as well. So here we go. Ooh. It actually doesn't let you... It's a nice melee weapon. The game does not let you Iron Eye dash or Wilder grapple hook off of terrain, or like off of a fall. It won't let you. They protected us against ourselves. You are not able to yeet your... Wow, we have the full... Dang, man, we have the full crater. Okay, alright, this will be the last run of the night, guys, because this is going to be a good one. Nice. The full crater is insane. Okay. So I think the best thing to do is to use... I'm actually not going to silver pickle this guy because... Or maybe I will right at the end. I don't think that helped me at all. But we will kill... Let's go check... What we want to do is we want to check all the bodies first. And then if we can come back and kill this guy, then nice. But I actually think we missed the opportunity there, but that's okay. Here we go. Checking with... We have an item discovery and we have silver pickle. Let's just roll... Like, we don't even have time for this. We just need to see if there's a legendary. We're not stopping for anything that's not legendary. Nope, we don't care. We are not stopping. Okay. Starfist. Nice. We'll use those. So we'll go back for this guy now. We're not going to... Unfortunately, we are not... Yeah, so we do lose the silver pickle, which is a shame. But we're still strong. Another purple. Magma blade is pretty cool. That's a fun weapon. Unfortunately, Starfist are not so much quality, they are strength. So it's not great that we're using them, but it's honestly not bad. That's always satisfying. Since we have the full crater, we might as well go here, right? Almost no reason not to. Check it. Okay, what about here? Sure. Sure. Stop. Oh, wow. Oh! Stop with this. Okay. Sure. Nice. Okay. Now we'll go back to the Starfist, probably. What is that whiff? Okay, nice. This is a nice weapon. Balanced as usual. Legendary. Man, dude. Oh my god, man. Another one. Oh, that's the third one of those. Okay, but we got improved item discovery. Sure. So we had a run where we got 2 Marika's hammers last night. And now we get a third. 12 legendaries in 16 runs. And we're not done yet because the Magma Worm can... we have these checks down here, and we have... again, we have 2 pieces of item discovery gear. So there could be another one coming. Let me in. Okay. You once got Mirais as Revenant, but you had Wilder as a teammate? I see. Insane. What a crazy good weapon. Alright. I guess we don't care about that. Stop. Nice. Double hit. So even though Starfist are a strength weapon, they're just insane on Iron Eye because that is just how fist weapons work. Mm-hmm. Welcome to Starfist. It's not even supposed to be for our class. We don't even have good strength. But this weapon is not balanced. Very nice. Okay. Sure, dude. And we just leave this place with a legendary bow. Cool. Very nice. Another good run with this opener. Very nice. It was Loretta outside the Shrouded City? Really? We could try one Wilder run, man. Right before the second night boss when you got it? I see. Just casually taking a legendary to Troll Castle with Rain of Arrows. Look at this. Nice. Stop. Nice. Purple. Scorpion Stinger. That's a good melee weapon. Sure. We like that. Alright, we'll replace Starfist with that. Okay. Good. I gave him an idea, now he won't sleep. True. Nice, we'll just poison that guy. Well, maybe we can kill him with Rain of Arrows. Yep. Nice. Just for good measure. And I said this earlier, but this is one of the best boss arenas you can get, by the way. The reason why we play so risky and we don't care is because this arena has 3 healing bushes nearby. Wilder is fun. Wormface is gonna get a legendary bow. Nice, dude. We have so much item discovery that whatever formidable foes there are might actually just give us a legendary as well. This might be a double legendary run. We've had a couple. I should have got the mark. I'm trolling. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. I didn't break his poise. Pop the mark. Pop the mark. There it is. Nice, that's so fast. Okay, so where are the formidable foes gonna be? Okay. Alright, so there's always one on the roof. There's probably gonna be one down here. It's either... Okay, that's a formidable foe. So let's start with this. Can't believe it didn't proc the mark. There it is. Insane. This is gonna be good. Yep. We're cooking them really good here. Oh, sometimes I roll. I've done that before. Oh, and then you get frame trap. That's right. It does a frame trap on the heal. Well, actually, maybe you do have some time there. I can't tell. Nice. Alright. We need to clear every formidable foe. Sure. Not so clean, yep. And I guess we'll check this church in case we get the silver pickle as well, right? It's pretty important. double gold pickle, though. Okay. Oh, come on. Nice. These enemies are a little bit tricky for sure. When you're in point blank melee range against these enemies, they do have a lot of attacks that are tough to deal with. You can redirect your Iron Eye dash as well, and it feels really nice. What I mean is you can like hold the stick forward, or you can dash forward with him, and then you can like turn it around. Dash in and out. Okay, this will be a really good time to use Gold Pickle. This guy rots. Let's rot this guy. I don't mean to ping. Oops. Nice. Oh, come on. How dare you hit me? Who are we hunting? Is this enhanced Gaping Jaw? I think it is. We should be, right? I think we're hunted. I don't even remember, dude. Oh, come on. Nice. Oh, I meant to... Nope. Don't you dare. Okay. There's another legendary. Sword of Night and Flame. Put another one in, dude. Okay, I knew it. Alright, that's pretty good. We'd probably rather have that. Okay, roof boss, and we'll take care of all these. Well, okay, everything is in the zone. Nice. I don't know if we got Sonaf. I actually... That's interesting. I don't know if we've gotten... Or if we had Sonaf before. I really don't. It shouldn't be that good on Iron Eye. It's good for Wilder, Recluse, Revenant, I think. Pretty much. But the thing is, it is normally an int faith weapon, and in base Elden Ring, it's supposed to be, like, if you want to use the fire, it's pure faith, but I believe the scalings work a little differently in this game, and it's not nearly as important that you have faith for that weapon, from what I understand, or what I've been told. It seems like that's not just like a pure faith weapon, like... So even though it's of course good for Recluse as well, you know, like it should be mostly a Recluse weapon if it's based on the base game's scaling, but I don't think it is. At least I'm fairly certain. Definitely could be wrong, but I feel like someone said that it's actually in the Sonaf is best on Wilder. Wow, how did I miss the skip? You know, I've been missing the skip a little bit lately, and I think it's because I changed some of my camera settings. I don't know how, like, every now and then I get too close to the wall and it just... I don't know. This would be a good boss to ult, because we can do... How does that all miss? Like, Rain of Arrows should be good here. There we go. Look at Rain of Arrows. Oh. This boss is weak to Holy. That's why the damage is so good. This boss is weak to Holy and Fire. And this is we're using a legendary Holy Bow. Nice, dude. Crazy good. Wow, a Serpent Bow with Holy attack power. But that's okay. We don't want, because we don't want to get rid of a single piece of our item discovery. So we won't take it. We left a dormant power over there, but that's okay. I don't think it's possible to get a legendary weapon from the minor bosses here. I don't think. I think it either has to be a couple of those specific checks that are there, or it has to be a formidable foe. It should be. Either way, we're doing great, and it's a pretty cool run. Just a legendary bow, and either way, it's quite nice. I'm very much enjoying this. This has been fun. I can't wait until we do the capital city with Wilder, because that'll be a whole separate thing. I guess we'll rot this guy first. We have Beast Roar on this. So no good melee weapons for Revenant or Recluse? That's not true. Revenant's best weapons are the Colossals, obviously. Everybody knows that. Revenant scales best with Colossal weapons. I thought we all knew this by now, you know? I did some runs on stream a couple weeks ago where the run was Revenant Colossal weapons only. Like literally we beat Libra, and the rule was I was not allowed to use a single weapon that wasn't a Colossal or my summons. So we had to go around the world and find Colossal weapons to use as Revenant, and we killed Libra. Note with yeah, it was good. We did a solo run, another legendary, third one this run, because we have so much item discovery. Yep, third one, but it's not it. Insane. I knew there was going to be a lot of legendaries because of it. Yep. We did every formidable foe on the map that it marked for us, every last one. But Revenant, you know, because Revenant is Faith, it shouldn't be too bad to use like the Golden Order Greatsword. I don't think it's like amazing or anything like that, because it should be that weapon should be more strength based than Faith in this game, but it's probably pretty good if I had to guess. Okay. Another legendary. That's the second Sword of Night and Flame. Oh my god, 50. That's the fourth legendary of the run. And I mean, I guess maybe the Wending Grace counts. I'm not gonna. The double legendary and still having. Oh my god, man. Oh my heavens, this is a PB. Oh my god. Maybe this sword does love Iron Eye. I don't know. Give me a second to answer those questions. I saw a couple other questions I wanted to respond to, but hang on. I gotta lock in and I gotta finish this because the zone is coming. One sec. Nice. Okay. Okay, pretty fast. Maybe should have used Rain of Arrows, but it's okay. Do we roll another one? Nope, a purple. Okay. That is definitely a PB. 4 legendaries on this. We're really... I mean, it's almost a legendary per run because of how many we got this run to help catch up. I mean, it's 16 runs, 15 legendaries rolled, but just haven't gotten it. But it's only 2 days of attempts. We've only been trying to get this weapon for about 8 hours, 9 hours, I think. It's not really that long of a grind so far. I would be surprised if this grind took more than 25 hours or so to find the weapon early. Like, we will get it. It's just going to take a few more days of streaming, but it's going to happen. And you know what? It's going to happen, like, quickly enough that we will do both. I will probably continue to stream this run or this category, whatever you want to call it, for both the Mirage and the Grafted Blade. Because I think we're going to get it. Another one. Oh my god, we got it. We got it, but it's at the very end of the run. That's the first one. So many legendaries. We got it. We got it, man. Hey, dude, even though it's literally as bad as possible, like it's literally the final thing before the zone, I don't care. I'm happy we got it. All right, that's the first time we got it. Just as I say that. That was 5 legendaries this run. So we got so many because we got... So item discovery is everything. We had 2 pieces of item discovery. We actually got it. We can't do anything with it. It's at the very end, but we got... First time I've ever picked up this weapon. Nice, dude. It's actually not even the Mirage as well. It is the Grafted Blade, but that's cool, dude. All right. Nice, man. Final run of the day. I'll have to write that down. Okay. We got it. That's cool. Not bad. I'll take it out of the zone. We will do some zone farming so that I can show you how it works, okay? We'll kill this boss and I'll just make sure we all understand how it works. Ooh. Well, I'll probably get my ult back from farming the zone, so I might as well ult these guys. Hopefully we get, like, max HP or something that will help us farm the zone here. And in this game, it seems to let you dash through the hippo's head. All right, there it is. So, obviously, we're hoping for a double boss as well. Okay. I mean, periodical glint blades is all right. All right. So let's read it together so you can see it. It says, enhances all attributes upon defeating enemies. This effect accumulates. Yep. So what will happen is we have 1102 HP and our weapon does 123 damage. Yeah, we didn't get Flash Slowly Heal, unfortunately. So remember that, 123 damage, and we have 1102 health and stamina and everything. And so we will just kill these enemies. And now our weapon does 125 damage, and we have 1119 HP. It's just that simple. Every enemy you kill, so long as you don't die, just gives you permanent stats. So, of course, the idea is that at the beginning of the run, if we go here, and we have rolled for it many times, like we've been rolling for legendaries, we just haven't specifically gotten one of the two that has this type of effect. But if we go here and we get it, that is the bet. What we are trying to do or show is literally the best build in the game objectively. Like you cannot get any stronger in Nightreign than this type of run where you get one of these two weapons at the beginning. There's no such thing. There's no way without doing this type of route or this gameplay that you could get anywhere near that damage and stats. It just doesn't make sense otherwise. It's like you can't do ever jails. You can't. It's not about like going through the castle and getting a really good build. This is objectively the strongest you can possibly get in the game. So we are trying to come up with a strategy to like manifest that run, to make this run happen. And then we will also, just as you've said, we could also hunt Freya or the Worm Face and infinitely farm it. Damn, I died, so I'm gonna lose all my stacks. Okay, but anyway, so you can see how it works. I do. So, and then this gives me the perfect opportunity to show. So when you die, you lose every stack as well. So pretty interesting. So obviously I shouldn't have died. I should have got back to the zone, because then we would be that much more powerful for the final boss. But that's okay. All right. Apparently, Sonaf is Revenant Recluse weapon. It scales higher with Faith and Int than any other melee weapon. Okay, so that is what it seemed like to me. So Recluse would be God tier with it for sure. Definitely seems like that. Okay. Yeah, rip. Sucks we lost those stats, but it wasn't that many. We want to get the proper run where we stack it up. It's okay. What would be the best legendary for Duchess? The best legendary for Duchess is to not even do this. So Duchess is the only class that I can possibly think of where when I do Duchess runs, and when we did the 1 million runes runs with Duchess, the best thing to do on Duchess is, if you have the crater, you need to go to the forts first. You need, like, if I'm playing Duchess, I need to go check all 3 of these forts and know how to solve the Sorcerer's Rise, because we are trying to we are trying to upgrade a Carrion Slicer staff to a legendary. You want Carrion Slicer. Now, you could get the Carrion Regal Scepter, which is a legendary staff, and it could have Slicer on it, and then that would be the best you could have. That's funny. Yeah, okay, so he just infinitely farmed Freya. That's cool. And he hit some kind of cap. Nice. We have Scorpion Stinger, right? I just did this because I want to get the rot. But I think that's a mistake, yeah? Because now we don't turn off his storm attack. Like, I think I just objectively made a bad decision right there. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do that. But that's okay. Because we are absolutely cooking him. Yeah, we should have done that though. Because now he does this and we can use our ult to interrupt this. So big mistake. But we also get a huge punish. I've never no-hit this boss. We are on no-hit. Not that it's difficult with Iron Eye. But worth a try. How do I... Okay, I always run too far. I'm gonna get hit by the storm. Guys, how do I know where the spirit streams are going? Like that... I didn't think that I went too far right there, but clearly I don't... I wish I understood that better. And look at the performance issues with the boss, like I said earlier. You can just see the boss chunking my frame rate. How funny. This is a really nice kill otherwise. Other than me literally getting hit by the zone. Like, how good of a kill is this? No hits otherwise. Oh. You need to not go for a punish there. Okay. I've learned that. You can't do like a jumping R1 on that because you just don't have time. I was making that mistake last time I fought him too. It's totally not worth the try. Big mistake. Ooh. We'll heal. Yeah, I made 2 pretty big mistakes here. But the thing is I knew they were mistakes. Just from the other times that I fought him. Goodbye. GG. This boss fights you and your computer at the same time. The crystal shotgun is really good too, yeah. Yeah, Duchess is the carrion slicer. And Duchess has the most damage with sorceries because you attack faster too. You have the dexterity to be quicker. The disrespect all kill, yeah. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. It was a lot of fun, and again, like I said, this is the most viewers I've ever had. It's really cool. I'm really glad to see that you guys are enjoying this run and this concept. I'm very glad to see so many new faces and you guys enjoy the stream. But unfortunately, I do have to go to bed because it is 5:23 in the morning for me. So it is my bedtime. When I do these late streams, I'll probably start 1 or 2 hours earlier. And yeah, so we'll continue this run. But have a good night, you guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Love you. Definitely subscribe. And if you like the video or just leave a comment, that will let YouTube know that you enjoyed the content. Therefore, you're more likely to get recommended my stream in the future. So if you want YouTube to recommend you to watch my stream, then liking the video is the best thing you can do, because then it will know, actually. Like, that's kind of how you design your algorithm in a way. It's both you watching the stream and interacting with it. So if you do leave a like, you know, or if you leave a comment, not only would that help me out, but it'll make sure that you actually get it in your recommended when I am streaming for the future. But thanks so much. Love you guys so much. Have a good night.